Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Luthier's Lair. This episode is going to detail me refurbishing my 34-year-old Washburn Status Series 1000. Yes, it's on the bench right now, and there's a lot of things that are kind of needing done to it. I haven't played it in a while. I haven't played many guitars in a while, as you probably saw on my live broadcast a few days ago. Needing some practice or something. But yeah, so I'm going to refurbish this, and let's get to it. Let's first examine it, shall we? Examine it. Examine it forensically. No, I'm just joking. Let's take a look at it, right? Okay folks, here it is. Washburn Series 1000 Design Status, with a hole in the finish and another hole. This is the bass I gigged kind of the most, actually, I would say. There's a lot of chips and dings and scratches in it. I'm probably not going to bother filling them, but I need to kind of restore its luster somewhat. But what concerns me is the electronics. So let's go and plug this in, and let's go and switch on my crap bass amp. It's not really crap. It's not crap. It's good, but just call it crap because it's 10 watts. You know. On it goes, and immediately I hear noise. I don't know if that's getting picked up. Hear that? We have grounding issues in the electronics. I just replaced the battery, and I know that there's a ground issue with the electronics. So, lots of noisy. You'll get that with lack of use. See, that's tone, that's the volume. This is pickup blend. And it's not good. Not good. Still sounds great. Still sounds like a Status. But, well, it certainly needs cleaned up, but before I clean it up, I'm going to take it apart, completely apart. And let's find out who these grounding issues are. Oh, for sure. I think it's probably old copper tape or aluminum tape, aluminium tape, if you're in the UK or anywhere else other than the States. And there's lots of grubby paw prints over it and stuff, micro scratches, dings. Hey, but that's part of the allure of having a 34-year-old bass, you know. This was my first major bass purchase 34 years ago. What was I, 19? Before that, I had 3 basses before that, and they were all P basses, all of them. Yeah, definitely a ground issue, so let's switch this off. Take that out. Let's get to work. Let's get to work. Let's bring this beauty back to its former glory, even although it's still glorious. And we'll see what we can do. Great! Looking forward to this. And oh, by the way, what I'm going to do is, I was accused one day of my gas bass Falcon Series 2 looking like a Status. Okay, I'm going to put that shit to bed right now. Right now, okay? So, join me in a minute. Awesome. Hello. Oh, halo behind my head. Too much shiny bald head in that video. There we go. That's a bit better, right? Yeah. Okay. Here's the 2. This is the gas bass Falcon Series 2 standard. Okay. It's the standard bass. This is the Washburn Status Series 1000. Okay. And exact same sort of body shape to the Status Series 1 and 2 by Rob Green, who licensed I guess, his design to Washburn. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please. Thanks. I'd like to keep up on that stuff. So, let's see. Okay, first off, I can admit that yes, the design was influenced by the playability of the Status. Okay? However, that's where the similarity ends, really, in my view, in my book. Let's put that out of the way. See the cutout there? Much more narrow. This is a little more sweep with a little more bevel on it. I don't put too much bevel on there. Not good for the wood, I don't think. And you get more chips and stuff, as you can see. And the top horn here is much thicker and rotund, you would say, from the Status. The Status is much more, it's narrower and hooked at the end here. And the bottom is hooked at the end. This one is not hooked. It's flowing and sweeping. The body diameter at the narrowest point is wider on the Falcon Series 2, and on the Series 1000 there it's a little narrower down there. Now the body dimensions are about the same at the widest point, but the widest point on the Status is down here, the widest point on the Falcon is up here. Now there's a huge curve down here on the Falcon, which I like to call its bum. That's its wee bum. It's its wee bum. Smack you on the bum bum. Right? That comes in and comes right in there for great access to the tuners. Here it's kind of flat on the Status Series 1000, okay? Big difference. Alright? Also, the electronics. Okay. We've got single coil pickups in the Status Series 1000 with an active circuitry with pickup blend, sorry, that's tone, pickup blend and volume. Was it the other way around? Yeah, this is pickup blend, volume, tone, okay? On the gas-based Falcon Series 2 we have pickup blend, master volume, bass, middle, treble, okay? And of course the LED controls that we have on it. Bridge. This is a two-piece composite bridge on the Washburn Status Series 1000. Okay, there's one solid piece here that holds the saddles, and the bridge itself that hold the string retainers are separate. And this is the Hipshot headless bridge system. It's an all-in-one piece. It's all in one. Now, it can be argued what design is better. I happen to think that the Status design is very good. Hipshot's is awesome as well. You know, I've used Hipshot products a long time. Of course, as standard, my base has LEDs in it. The Status Series 1000 didn't at the time. I don't know if that's changed. Washburn don't do it anymore, of course, because Rob Green has exclusive rights to the Status. Now let's go up to the headstock. And there's the headstocks there. On the Series 1000 headstock, you can see it's slightly angled so you get a nice string leverage. There's no bend well though. And there's a 0 fret on the Status Series 1000 that doubles as a nut basically. Okay. On the Falcon Series 2, get this out, we have a bend well in there, as you can see, and the bend well is, this part of the wood is 1/2 inch, okay, just less than 1/2 inch, and the strings go through and out the back. And I've left this untrimmed so you can see that. And there's the angle of the strings. There's a nice anchor angle there, and there's 3 semitones of bend in the bend well. Now I know latest models of Status have the bend well and stuff, as recommended, as actually requested by probably Mark King to Rob Green. But there's a world of difference between the bases. I think you would agree. Would you agree or wouldn't you? Please comment. Awesome. Okay, most of the controls off, the bridge is off. I'm going to take the headpiece off in a bit. But here's the bridge ground. It's kind of just there, you know. What I usually do is I put a piece of copper tape underneath that for the bridge to go on, and that gives it a bigger surface area to make contact with. And there's not much. This hasn't been masked off when the base was finished. There's this part, and it's been, I would have masked that off and masked this off, really, when I was finishing the base. You get much more adhesion. You can put some protection in there by sealing it, stuff like that. This all looks in good condition now. Looks very good. I just need to loosen the controls now, and I'll have to turn that over. And let's see. There's the control cavity there. So let's have at it. Let's see what's in here. I know there's a PCB in here. Make sure you got a bunch of baggies on hand when you're doing stuff like this. Oh. Thought that had stripped. And somebody stole my suction cup. So I'm going to have to do it the old fashioned way. Just get a tiny screwdriver and sort of hope for the best. There you go. Used to that. Yeah. That's good. Copper insulation, I'll throw that in there. These screws I will keep aside. I don't have a baggie for them right now, so let me get a little, I have these plastic shot glasses that you can get at dollar stores. In they go. Over the side. And yeah, there's a PCB in there. And I can see it's attached to, what's that again? The tone control. And pickups blend. It's not attached to the PCB, it's wired into it, and there's a lot of wiring here. That's good. Oh, I'm glad to see that. That might make my job a little easier. Okay, because all this needs to come out, and there's a little tab here. It looks like crap aluminium tape. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shield this with new copper tape. So I know what's going on in there. The contacts are oxidized to hell, so I'm going to scrub them out. Might reflow them, I don't know though. I don't know if I'll reflow them. Well, here again, and we're going to loosen the controls up here, push all this through and see what we get. Cool. Okay, here's a Status Series 1000 circuit board. Looks like nothing less than it's like a 747 op amp. Might be an LM393. I really can't tell from there. Even if I get in close, I'll need to get my magnifier out and have a look at that. My God, it's covered in crap. It's unmarked by the age of time. The passage of time has wiped it clean. I would say it's an LM393. That's probably what it is. Alright, it's all discrete components through hole. No surface mount technology, of course. This is from 1987, this base, remember. And I think what I'm going to be able to do is, without disconnecting it or anything, I'll check out all the connections, but I think I'm going to be able to shield this cavity without, and this is all rough as hell, shit man. Oh, they don't make them like you used to, whatever. I think I'm going to be able to get away with shielding this cavity without taking all this out. I will put this back in, and then I'll lift out the pickups and clean in and around the pickups and underneath them. Make sure the foam's okay, which it probably isn't. It's probably falling to bits. And yeah, this looks alright. There's a lot of tantalum capacitors in here. Bunch of resistors for tone, and there's a diode there for forward protection on the power supply. Yep. So this is this actually looks in great condition still, but this has been, I don't know about that. I don't know where the bridge wire is either. I mean, there is it. Oh, there it is. I see it. Okay, where's it going? Yeah, I got to follow that through. I got to follow all that through. See where the bridge wire's going. I don't believe the bridge wire's making contact. It can be because it's buzzing. And then we'll look at. They've just got a piece of aluminium tape. Oh my god, that's falling to bits. Let me see. Yeah. Let's replace that, shall we? Well, that's all coming out anyway. I'm going to put some copper in there. Right, and I'm going to button all that up, and then I'm going to polish this body because it's absolutely atrocious. What do you expect? It's been heavily gigged. 34 years old. Yeah. Okay, completed the part. I'm going to be able to get away with just folding the electronics over there. They do need cleaned up a little bit, but that's fine. The first thing I need to do is get this cavity shielded properly. It really isn't shielded properly, and I don't see anything that's connecting the pickup cavities to this common ground, so I need to make this all common. The pickup cavities, of course, on the other side of the base. Shit. So there's the bridge ground wire that I fished out, and here's some nice copper tape you can get. This is good stuff. Can't remember where I got it, but when I do, I will post a link. And shit, I've got my scissors. Be right back. Just talk amongst yourselves. Make yourselves happy. Alright, so I'm going to size that up approximately. Cut length of it there, and that's going to go folding in there, and it's going to go curving up. So let's just put this in. I thought about routing down the inside of the cavity there, but it's probably not worth it bother. It's still lumpy and crap from the finish that was put in there 34 years ago, so I ain't going to bother with that. I want to make this job more complicated than what it actually should be. I'm just going to put that down there. A bit of copper tape. Make sure it squeezes into the sides. There we go. And then to finish off, get a pencil eraser. Make sure that shit's really sticking down there. I mean that stuff, I should have said that stuff. Now it's okay to have overlaps like this because we need to make contact with the cover that's going to go on it to ensure proper grounding. Okay, so that's the new cavity shielding in. Nicely in there. And all we need to do, I've cleaned up the electronics as much as I dare actually. This is old stuff. I don't want to discomfort it too much, so we fish the bridge ground wire back through, make sure there's good contact there, and of course now the ground on the pots are going to come in contact with the copper shielding here, which is going to complete the ground circuit, and then I'm going to check out the pickups and see what they're like. Even with this all back in place, because I can easily drill a hole through and fish wires through here to complete the continuity between the bridge cavities and the control cavity. So we're going to be cool. Let's go for it. Yes! Status alive. And that's that in place. Okay, so everything's back in order. Jack plug, everything's clear here. Has to be all clear here so the jack can come in. There's no wires getting in the way here. This is rerouted over the circuit board to a common ground here. Okay, not as stupidly was done on the lip before, and this is all nice and clean now. All the electronics have been cleaned up. There's some dark flux there, but the connections are okay. That's already been buzzed out. And this is a little worrying, this part. I might just tag that back so that I know it's not going to interfere, you know. It does have a really bad piece of insulation on it. I should have saw that. That's okay, I can deal with that. I'll just tack that down with some hot glue, perhaps. In fact, I think that's exactly what I'll do. I'll use my hot glue gun and tack that down. That should be okay. This will not lift with the heat. It's instantaneous, so it should be okay. And then we'll seal it up, and we'll get to polishing it. Okay, so as promised, mine, I'm going to put copper tape here. I'll probably put it on the screw hole as well. Just lie it there. So we're good. And put the bridge back on. Spread that out, make sure that's even. Okay, and we'll be good there. That will make contact and we'll be fine. On to the next. In trying to loosen the pickups, I have a severe problem here. This screw is so old that it's becoming stripped and it's very tight. I don't know why. I'm going to have to use some CRC lubricant here and just get that in there. I'm going to let that sit for a little while. And the pickup doesn't even raise or lower, so I'm going to take this one out first just to see what's going on. I'll replace these screws as well. I think I have the right size in stock. I hope so. If I don't, then I'll just have to order them. Alright, I'm going to try this now. Oh no. Oh, it's coming now. Oh my god. Oh god, come on. Come on, I'll replace you. Believe me, you'll have a home. You really will have a home. Come on, please. Come out. Oh, jeez. Hope you can see this. It's coming out though. Here we go. And it's out. Oh my god. Wow. That was very close, right? Look at that. Look at the state of that. That's going to have to... Sorry about the green dye, by the way. That's Laurent's fault. Holy crap. I think this one's okay. It's a bit stripped. But it's going to come out okay, I think. I have to put really even pressure on it when you're coming out. There you go. And there we go. And is this spring or foam? It's foam. And the foam is actually cool. Somebody's put a spacer in there though. Oh, look at this! Oh my god, can you see that? How's that meant to make ground? I mean, come on. Shield the frickin' cavities, why don't you? Okay, so that's getting done. Alright. Ah! What's this? The foam looks okay, but there's a piece of elastic in here for some reason. And the lug, the ground lug, is just screwed into the wood. There's no shielding in the cavities or anything. This bass is going to sound awesome once I'm finished with it, right? I mean, look on the bright side. There is a lot of lubricant and crap in here. The routing is okay. It's okay. But this, man, what the hell? I mean, really, really, you know, I mean, why is that going up there? Does it go around this way? How did they construct this base? Man, to be continued, because I'm going to have to take this pickup out to see what the hell is going on with the routing in this. And it's the battery. Cavity was up there. Ah, jeez. Well, I can do some shielding in there without cutting wires and stuff. I might have to cut the battery wires, alright? And actually it might be a good idea, because I could put some decent battery connectors in there and route it up. This might take a long time, man. And it's always the case. It was like when I did my Yamaha. Woe is me. Anyway, I did check the continuity between all these leads going into the cavity, and it is okay. And these pickups seem to be shielded from the inside, so okay, I don't need to go and cut wires and do all that shit. I mean, putting rubber bands in to support the pickup is not my idea of fun. But anyway, I took out the old screws here. It's the old screws that are all fucked up. I mean, it's screwed up, sorry. Please bleep that. I've got some new ones here, and I think they actually fit. Let me see. Yeah, they're going to be good. Oh, that's good and tight. I put some Vaseline on the screws there. That'll help it, you know, go up and down, as it were. And we'll be good to go. So I'll refit these. The foam is good on this. After 34 years. 34 years and the foam's still good. But I'm not getting any height variance really from it. But that's okay. I really don't want to touch anything that doesn't need to be touched at this point. And that's always the key with restoration or whatever. I mean, this is my own base, but whatever a client wants, you got to call them. You know, if you find something and you can supply pictures, which is very easy nowadays, and all that stuff, and all that jazz, you can say, do you want to spend more money getting this done, or do you want me to just button it up? You know. So anyway, okay, so what I've done with this pickup is now it moves. Okay, this stupid elastic band in there I took out, and now I'm getting floating movement because I reinforced the foam with galvanized springs so they don't rust, and I can force that down. And this is new pickup screws in here, and that's all fine and dandy. So as you can see, there's movement in the pickup. Why didn't they just do that? You know, yeah, let's mass produce everything so it's crap. Yes. So again, let me zoom out a bit here, show you what. Here's my favourite lubricant. Don't read too much into that, perverts. And you just slot these screws in, little dip, a bit more than that. Can't have too much lube, eh? And a bit more. Put that in there. And last one in here. And I'll fit the springs. The springs on. Something turned off there. What was that? No, it's not me. Okay. Excuse me. And again, reinforces the foam. I'm really a big believer in the galvanized springs. They cost a little more, but you know what? I want a nice floaty adjustable pickup, you know, That's what I want. So push that down and into the hole you go. Okay, you ready for some weird shit? This is the Status Series 1000 electronics. I shielded the cavity, and when I put it all together, the pickups in didn't work. Nothing. Here's a ground tag. I think you can hear that, right? I'll just turn that up a bit. Okay. Cool. Now, do the pickups work? I would say they do, right? Okay. Let me hold this ground here. Oh, all the noise goes away. Awesome. Including the pickup feed. What the hell is going on with this? Right, you've got ground. So what you're saying is now I shielded all this, and every time the ground from the pots goes into the shielding, the pickup's cut out. Okay. Where's the short? We have a bad capacitor in here somewhere, and I don't know where it is. I don't think I have the time or patience to figure out where it. Oh, wait a minute. To figure out. That's an LM393. I mean, yep. Gonna have to live with the noise, I think. Now what I'm gonna have to do is cut out a lot of crap in there so that there's no contact with ground with the pots, because this circuit has its own ground. It's like floating, and I guess that's why Mark King wrote his song A Floating Life, or maybe that was Boone or Phil that wrote that lyric. But that is a floating life, my friends. So, what a story. I showed you the interior of the Status Series 1000. I thought, you know, I'm going to shield the entire cavity, then the pots will be grounded and everything will be grounded. Well, it turns out that the circuit board has a ground of its own, and if I ground the pots, the chassis of the pots, to the cavity shielding, it creates a short circuit and cuts the pickups off. I'm like, what? I'm like, it doesn't make sense. And then, of course, you know, when I took the pickups out and I saw the ground lead going into the cavity, for some reason, you know, going in there, and I thought, well, you know, I need to create a circuit between the cavity and the pickup cavities, the control cavity. No, there's a common ground on the circuit board. So I tied everything to that, scraped away some of the shielding to allow the pots to come through without making contact to the cavity shielding, and then grounding, and then taking the ground wire from the circuit board and grounding it to the cavity. That works. Weird, and a dramatic reduction in noise. So I'll switch the amp on, and that's at nearly full volume. As you can see, it's got its nice Status characteristic back, that nasal sound the Status has. It's a Status, right? Okay, so let's go and do a quick setup on it, and we'll give it a little blast and see if it's playing properly. Cool. Okay, let's start with neck relief. Adjustment of the truss rod. Let's see what we've got so far. Should be pretty good. So capo on at the first fret. Capo, whatever you like to call it. 12th thou feeler gauge. The bass up. Bass is basically in tune, so And since this is a 2-octave neck, I'm going to hold down at the 18th fret and measure the distance between the E string on the 7th and the 9th fret. It might be a bit straight, the neck. Yeah, very slightly straight, so I'm going to loosen the truss rod a little bit. That's nice. Okay, neck is good. Now, string height. I like 5/64ths at the 17th fret usually, so let's see what we've got. This is a little high. Yeah, that's all squinty. D strings bang on. These strings are a little low, and the E is a little high. Okay, so this is a little high. I'll take that out a bit. Actually, make sure this is slack. These are clamp locks down here, and of course that allows you to clamp the saddles in place. So I'll just loosen up the saddles here, loosen up the clamps for the saddles, I should say. And then, wow, it's not seated very good. Okay, let me see what we've got there. Let's see, this is all skew whiff. Alright, see what I get now. That's bang on. These bang on. The A is a little low, so tongue there, tongue there. Should do it. Let's see if it's D's. Well, alright. A little bit more. Tiny bit more. Oop. Yep. And we're done. String height's good. Now pickup height, and I get a 4mm hex key here. Okay. Oh, hold on. Wrong one. Wait a minute. Okay, now I'm going to look at the pickup height. This pickup's too high, and so is this one. So these need to come down. Not by much though. These are the new screws I put in. Oh, by the way, I floated these pickups with new foam. I put new foam in there, and I put springs in there. That's perfect. That's perfect. The same will be for this, I would guess. Yeah, it's exactly the same. So we go. 2 and a bit. Oh, that's a bit tight. What am I getting? I don't know if I want to force this any lower. Let's see what I get now. That's fine. It's this side. It's a bit stiff. I think that'll do it though. Yep, that's it. Setup's done. Let's see what we got for intonation. Alright. Perfect. marked actually where they came off, so it should be bang on. It's a bit sharp. It's good. Sharp as well. Alright. Let's tune it. Yeah, we're done. All set up nice, good to go. Well, that's about it. I'm just gonna just play a couple of riffs on the Status Series 1000, make sure everything's working okay. There's no noise anymore from the circuitry, everything's been fixed. The wackiest back to front type circuitry that I've experienced, but hey, you live and learn, you know, that's what it's all about. So let's have a little test play of it and let's see what's going on. Sounds okay. Sounds like a Status. No bend well, of course, so I can go, I could have pull the neck back and it'll go. But anyway, yeah, it seems to be fine. So, fixed, noiseless now, and thank God for that. May it live another 34 years. I doubt I'll be able to play it by then though. But anyway, thanks again for joining me and thanks for watching. That concludes this weird episode of Luthier's Lair. Again, if you like what I do and you enjoy what I do and you find value in what I do here, click the PayPal me link below and give me a little tip if you like. You don't need to. It's totally arbitrary or optional or whatever those words are. But anyway, until next time, stay safe, be good, and I'll catch you later, folks. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye bye.